My family disowned me for being bi, then called years later because my twin was dying and needed my kidney. They smiled like nothing happened. My twin even tried to rewrite our whole childhood as stuff we both did. That's when I knew my answer was no. Growing up, my twin brother was the golden child and I was the problem. Same birthday, he got the nicer gifts. Same chores, he got the extra money. At school, he bullied me with his friends, broke my stuff, then blamed me. My parents always picked his side. The only people I could trust were my older sister, my cousin, and my best friend. When I was 17, my first girlfriend cheated on me with him. I found out when she showed up pregnant. I snapped and hit my twin hard enough to break his nose. My parents acted like I'd ruined the family, not him. My twin told her he didn't want the baby and she disappeared. Nobody cared what happened to her. My parents just kept polishing his halo. A year later, I met my first boyfriend in college. He was deaf and I knew sign language, so we clicked fast. It felt calm in a way my life never had. One afternoon, I was holding his hand outside a movie theater and ran into my twin. He pointed, laughed, and threw slurs at me like it was a joke. I told him to screw off and went inside anyway. That night, I walked into my house and saw my parents waiting on the couch. My mom was crying. My dad was already standing. My twin was on the stairs, grinning like he'd won. My mom choked out, "How did I give birth to something so disgusting?" My dad said, "You're a stain on this family." My twin shrugged, "I can't share a room with that." And just like that, they kicked me out. No discussion, no warning, just the door and my backpack. I ended up at my best friend's place, and his mom and stepdad took me in like I mattered. 6 months later, my boyfriend, my best friend, and I got a tiny apartment together. I stopped begging my family to love me. 9 years passed. I got a great job in graphic design. I married my boyfriend. My sister and cousin stood with me. My best friend was my best man. I even bought a house near the sea. Life finally felt safe. Then my sister called. My twin was in the hospital. She said it was urgent. She wouldn't tell me why, so I went. My parents were there, sitting by his bed, looking happy to see me, like they hadn't thrown me away. My twin asked them to leave us alone. He looked weaker than I remembered. Pale, small, suddenly not so scary. He said, "I'm dying from kidney failure." Then he said, "I regret we never got along." I stared at him, waiting for the catch. He swallowed and added, "I'm sorry for everything we did to each other." Everything slowed down. My stomach dropped. My hands went cold. I heard that one word again, we, like he didn't spend our whole childhood crushing me. I said, "No." He blinked. "No? What?" I said, "I'm not giving you my kidney." His face twisted like I'd spat in his food. He started begging, then bargaining, talking about family, talking about forgiveness, like I was just spare parts he forgot to apologize to. He called my parents back in. The second they walked in, my dad snapped, "You owe us for your life." My mom cried, "This is your duty." After that, I looked them dead in the eyes. Where was duty when you kicked me out? Next, I pointed at my twin. Where was duty when he broke me for years? Then I said it quiet. "You don't get my kidney after you buried me alive." Nobody answered. My twin just stared, furious and afraid. So I turned around and walked out of the room. In the hallway, my sister met my eyes. She didn't argue. She just gave me a look that said, "I get it." I went home to my husband and my best friend, and I felt lighter than I had in years. A week later, my sister called again. My twin was dead. I didn't cry. I didn't celebrate. I felt nothing, like a noise finally stopped. Then the messages came. Relatives I hadn't spoken to in years told me I was going to hell. They called me slurs. They said my husband and I didn't deserve children. That part hit hard, because we'd been looking into adoption. Even in death, my twin still tried to ruin me. So I blocked them all, and I moved on. If my twin had been a real brother, I would have done it. I'd do it for my sister, my cousin, my best friend, or my husband without hesitation. But my twin spent my whole life trying to break me, and my parents handed him the tools. My revenge wasn't his death. My revenge was my peace.